Hollywood horror and dark rituals have associated the word occult with chaos, obscuring its history as a perfectly organized field of study. The term originates from the Latin occultus, simply meaning hidden, secret, or clandestine. For thousands of years, this was a highly structured, rigorous discipline. Practitioners used it to study the hidden laws governing the universe, the specific phenomena that empirical, measurable science was not equipped to explain. To understand our own history, we have to examine how two vastly different cultures, the Middle East and the West, engineered parallel, deeply complex systems to try and control the unseen world. The foundational knowledge of these hidden laws originated in ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. After the fall of the Roman Empire, much of this information disappeared from the Western world. It survived through the work of scholars during the Islamic Golden Age. Between the 8th and 14th centuries, intellectuals in Baghdad, Cairo, and Andalusia rescued these ancient texts, translated them into Arabic, and expanded their scope. These scholars integrated ancient magic with Islamic mysticism, specifically Sufism. They viewed traditional religious law, or Sharia, as the outer path, while treating this mystical knowledge, tariqah, as the inner, esoteric path to reaching the divine. The Golden Age scholars organized this inner path into a rigid taxonomy of 5 branches. Chemia, or alchemy, focused on transforming physical matter and the soul into a perfected state. Hemia captured the spiritual power of planets to create astrological talismans. And Limia focused on commanding hidden entities, like jinn or angels, forcing them to serve the practitioner's will. Historical figures like Jabir ibn Hayyan formalized the strict methodology of alchemy, while Al-Buni authored Shams al-Marif, a massive, heavily feared encyclopedia on communicating with these spiritual entities. By rescuing fractured ancient beliefs, the scholars of the Islamic Golden Age forged a categorized academic discipline with clear rules and precise methodologies. By the late Middle Ages, these heavily documented Arabic texts made their way back across the Mediterranean Sea. Translated into Latin in places like Sicily and Spain, they flooded Europe with a highly developed framework for the unseen. European intellectuals like Marsilio Ficino synthesized this returning knowledge, merging ancient Egyptian Hermeticism, Greek Neoplatonism, and Jewish Kabbalah into the foundation of modern Western occultism. Out of this synthesis grew the core Western practices: alchemy, astrology, divination tools like the tarot, and ceremonial high magic. This era of exploration hit a wall in the 18th century. The Age of Enlightenment prioritized empirical science, marginalizing occult practices and driving them underground into secret societies like the Freemasons. In the 19th century, Eliphas Levi restructured the Western occult entirely, systematically linking the 22 cards of the tarot directly to the Kabbalah. Helena Blavatsky followed this by founding the Theosophical Society, where she merged the existing Western esoteric framework with concepts pulled from Hinduism and Buddhism. By the 20th century, Aleister Crowley moved the field into a more contemporary context, founding the system of Thelema and modern chaos magic. The Western esoteric tradition survived by constantly absorbing new ideas and operating in direct rebellion against the limits of orthodox science. Despite the centuries between them, both the Middle Eastern and Western systems anchored themselves to a single ancient Hermetic principle: as above, so below. This principle is the belief that the human being, the microcosm, directly mirrors the hidden movements of the universe, the macrocosm. Engaging with this mirror was historically viewed as perilous. Major religions explicitly outlawed these practices, and the work carried severe psychological risks for those who struggled to maintain the line between physical reality and their own imagination. This is the shadow history of human curiosity, the methodical attempt of early thinkers to find agency, meaning, and connection in a complex universe that science alone could not fully map out.